Hi, we're in Mowra in central Queensland. It's on the edge of the Mowra coalfield. This is the fourth video in the series replying to the CFMMEU's request for information about our candidates and our positions on various issues in this month's state election. Now, I disagree with an implicit statement, implicit message in the union's letter, because the union implies that transformation from coal to renewables is inevitable. That's not the case. We do not need to be inflicting people with the transformation of electricity generation. Hydroelectricity and coal-fired power stations are by far the cheapest forms of generating electricity. There is no doubt about that. And they are also the most reliable. We need to invest more in coal, not gut our industry and our productive capacity in agriculture and manufacturing by swinging to expensive, unreliable, intermittent solar and wind. That cheaper energy from coal and hydro, with the removal of many regulations, which I'll discuss in a minute, is essential for recovering from COVID. Last century, Australia had the highest per capita gross domestic product in the world. We were number one. We're now out of the top 10 and sliding. We have to get back not just to where we were in February, we have to get back to where we were last century in terms of our ranking in the world, number one. We've got the people, we've got the resources, we've got the talent, we've got the opportunity, and we've got the potential. We just need to get back to basics in this country: energy, water, and property rights, and basic freedoms and freedom from regulation, excessive regulation. Below this video, we'll post the Moran report, which I commissioned, but which you paid for as a taxpayer in this country. And Dr. Moran is a respected economist. I'll refer to him later. We'll also post my disallowance speech on Wednesday, the 26th of August, when I opposed the Labor and Greens motion to disallow the feasibility study on coal-fired power in North Queensland. The Labor Party and the Greens opposed building a coal-fired power station in North Queensland. Plus, I will post the CSIRO media conference that I had when I introduced this report on CSIRO, our investigations of CSIRO. It can't be sensibly refuted because all we've done is put down what CSIRO has told us and our basic observations of CSIRO's behaviour. It's startling. But what it means is that the Greens do not have any, nor do the Labor Party have any evidence, nor the Liberal Party have any evidence that carbon dioxide from human activity affects climate, and we need to gut our coal industry. We do not accept that structural change will occur through renewable power sources. These are not viable. They'll run us into the ground. Dr. Moran's report confirms that it costs us, in addition to basic electricity prices, it costs us an additional $13 billion a year in our country to subsidise electricity from renewables, so-called renewables, solar and wind, and also to pay for climate policies. That's an average of $1,300 per year per household above the cost of electricity. That's why this won't last. This supposed swing that the Greens, Labor, Liberal and Nationals are pushing towards solar and wind won't last. They'll be tearing them up in no time, plus the environmental damage from having to dispose of these things when they have run out of their very short life. Instead, One Nation will protect jobs and build more coal-fired power stations, because we must do that to protect our industries being sent offshore now to cheaper coal-fired power, because China, India and other Asian countries are using our coal to generate cheap electricity in their countries without our regulations. So we invite the CFMEU to pressure political parties, the Greens, the Labor Party, the Liberal Party and the National Party, to restore policy based on data and on cost benefit. Do not accept the lies about wind and solar. The union mentioned in its letter New Acland. I've come out in support of New Acland publicly. Our official position is that it is a matter for the court to decide. And it is before the courts, so our party doesn't take any other position than that at the moment. But if one has a look at the history of the court rulings around Acland, people need to understand that there was the first case, first judgment which went against Acland in the land court, was later found by senior judges in Queensland to be plagued with apprehended bias. And then the first decision was reversed and Acland was given approval to go ahead. Now what we've got is the Public Defender's Office being funded by taxpayers to try and stop Acland again. So I believe that the Acland mine should go ahead. Adani is another mine. I supported Adani from the start. In 2016, when I first entered the Senate, I was embarrassed for our country's sake because here was a large Indian company wanting to spend $17 billion investment in Australia. And we'd held them up for 8 years, just put them through hoop after hoop after hoop. India is one of the fastest growing economies in the world. It's got 1.4 billion people. There are some very wealthy companies and individuals in India who are looking to invest here, and we are mucking them around for 8 years. That's not on. So I asked Adani for a presentation on water, on property rights, on farmers, on environmental aspects, indigenous aspects, and they came good. I then asked them to do the same for Pauline, and that's when we came out wholeheartedly in support of Adani because they addressed all of our issues. We want to expand coal mining in the Bowen Basin and in the Galilee Basin. And we oppose the structural change based on Greens' lies and Labor gutlessness and LNP stupidity. We alone have the courage and integrity to fight for the truth. Now Maura, the community that's built here, produces steaming coal for power stations and metallurgical coal or coking coal for making steel. Everything in our society is touched by steel, which must have coal. Cars, instruments, hospitals, food ploughing, food harvesting, food transport, food processing, manufacturing. Every single thing is either containing steel or touched with steel in its manufacture and distribution. Being here in central Queensland and driving around the whole area, we can see that coal is being carted, and we realise that coal is the core to our society, to putting the stuff on supermarket shelves all around Australia, whether it's little communities like Maura or the largest community like Sydney. Coal is the core to putting stuff on supermarket shelves.